Yeah, old school. That's what I'm talking about. Listen, this ain't for everybody. Some of y'all need to hear this. I know you're in the trenches fighting, but check it out. I'm gonna put it down like this so I can help you saints understand. Everything you're going through is all part of the master plan. Or what? You thought cause you got saved everything was gonna be peaches and cream? You better wake up, son. Don't nothing come to a sleeper but a dream. Faith without works is dead. Read your Bible, you know what it says. He who don't work don't eat. Slackers don't get fed. Yeah, Jesus said he who puts his hands to the plow looks back the same ain't fit. Some of y'all ain't been in the trenches 5 minutes and you about ready to quit. I ain't mad at ya, I'm just hitting you with the real. If you died for me and I was still tripping, now how you think that make you feel? Check this out, deep game, this here's deep. Some of y'all ain't sawing nothing but you started trying to reach. But unto him who is able to possess your fathers by his glory. Struggles might be part of your testimony, but it ain't the end of the story. Now the point is was prophesied way back in the day. Choir, sing your hook right here and see if the church can relate.
I know we can make it. I know good and well. I can work it out. Work it out. Work it out. Yeah, he'll work it out. I know we can make it. We can make it. I know good and well. I can work it out. Yes, he can. Yes, he can. Yes, he can. Yeah.
Thinking not strange, the fiery trials are to try you. You say, why you? But your church say, what would Jesus do? Why you asking if he ain't trying to do what he's saying? He told you he was going to have tribulations, but you thought he was playing. 1 minute you're telling how good God is and can't nobody beat the talk. The next minute you're backsliding so fast, look like you're moonwalking. Oh yeah, I'm preaching to myself because I ain't no better. It ain't like I've been following his every word, obeying it to the letter. So we soldiers, we got to remember that. Regroup, stay on point. Yeah, bow down, confess, repent, stay humble, let him anoint. It ain't easy as I thought it was. I'd be lying if I told you that. But it's showing up getting better all the time. Trust me, that's a fact. Ain't nothing we going through that can't be handled. God put that on his son. Like they say, you can shout now if you want to, cause the battle's already won. So while you're going through the valley, don't even trip. You're gonna be on top. Choir, sing the hook line one more again. This time you don't stop.
I know we can make it. We can make it. I know good and well. I can work it out. Yes, he can. Yes, he can. He'll work it out. We can make it. I know we can make it. I know good and well. Oh, yeah.
Right there and get this one going, but I feel a little remiss, boy, if I didn't give a minute to Big Boy upstairs, you know, because right now, if no time other than right now, we need him right along through here, boy, because there's some crazy-ish going on out there, and who knows how this thing going to end up, you know what I'm saying? But at least that's my belief, and I hope it is yours, too, that he going to step in and kind of correct this. You know what I'm saying? We hope this ain't the big one. But anyway, thank you for joining us. This is your host, Lamont Patterson, and you are listening to I Am Indy. As usual, we got a great show lined up for you. We got a dynamic young man that's going to be joining us here shortly. He's doing some very positive things, and I always feel good when I see somebody that's actually trying to help somebody else, and I think we need more people out there trying to do something positive with their gift. I mean, there's so many people out there so selfish, so stuck in some of their own ways and not thinking about nobody else, but, you know, you get back what you put out, and if you ain't putting out nothing, don't expect nothing in return. But anyway, I'm not going to keep you running off at my mouth, boy, because I got a lot to say about this country of ours right about now, but I'm not going to do that. So, Mr. Rockwell, are you with us?
Yes, sir. Hello.
Thanks for joining us, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
I know you didn't have a very interesting journey, man, and I know we share this thing we call music, and I'm very honored to have you on the show, man, because we need more young men such as yourself, man, that are trying to reach out and touch somebody to make a difference.
Thanks.
So I always like to start off with the show, man, with the artists talking a little bit about themselves. You know, we understand you're multifaceted hip-hop artist, man, and you spending time when you're not doing your music to help at-risk youth, man, and that's a positive thing within itself. So let's start off with you tell our listeners a little bit about you. I'd like to hear from you instead of me just asking a whole bunch of questions, which I'm going to get to anyway, but I'd like to hear a little about you from you.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm a Los Angeles native. Hip-hop artist. I've been doing music and also a visual artist, so I paint and just, do a lot of different artistic stuff. But I'm also a social worker, so I work for a children's law firm, and that is attorneys that are the attorneys for youth in foster care. And the foster care that I work with, or the youth that I work with, are also involved with the juvenile justice system. So it's kids who are in foster care but also have probation cases. And I basically work hands-on with those youth, trying to find their intrinsic motivation so that they can follow the terms of their probation, hopefully get off probation, and hopefully not get back into trouble, which there's a million obstacles in the way of that. So that's pretty what my day-to-day looks like.
What you got? What you got, man? My crazy. What got you started on that mission? I mean, did you have any issues with law enforcement yourself, or how did you get started in that profession?
Well, I haven't had issues with law enforcement, but I mean, I grew up in LA and bouncing from every sub-city in LA, from Compton and Inglewood, South Central, and I've had family of mine that's been, involved in gangs and drugs, friends. I mean, you name it. It's kind of the typical inner city life. But at a young age, I just grew this desire to change the environment or see changes in the environment. And I kind of went from the hip-hop I moved on from the hip-hop scene to the spoken word scene just because I've always been a MC that was more social commentary than the entertainment side of it. I never was really interested in the making club hits and all that. I was more along the lines of like Public Enemy and Poor Righteous Teachers type of hip-hop. So I moved into the spoken word scene because the audience was more open to listening to what you had to say more than worrying about if the music made them dance.
Right.
And then on that scene, I began to meet people who were actually going into like the juvenile halls and stuff like that and talking with the youth. And I got invited to come and speak to the youth in Central Juvenile Hall. And it was just really eye-opening to just be in the facility talking with the youth and hearing what they were going through. And so that experience led me to continuously doing that, and not only that, but developing after-school programs for youth and working with different nonprofits. And then from there, I met an attorney that works where I work now, and she felt like it would be great for me to work there because they needed people who could connect with the youth. And there's a lot of social workers, they just come from a space where they want to help people, but they're not really cut from the cloth of the environment. And so she felt like there was a special thing to have somebody that's from the same space as the kids are from, who can speak to them and connect with them, because then the youth will express more and let their attorneys know what they needed them to fight for. So I began to, work there. It was difficult because I didn't have a degree in social work and all that stuff. So it was, though she wanted me to work there, it was a challenge getting past, the supervisors and the hiring team and stuff like that. But I have kids of my own, and once they found out some of the other stuff I've been doing, they ended up hiring me, and that actually opened me up even more to going into the foster homes and seeing what the real story is, because it's one thing to be part of the public who you just see the problems, you see it from the outside, but working in the system, you kind of behind the veil, and you get to see what's really going on in the families. And I began to study psychology after that, just studying human development and behavior and everything else. So, yeah, that was kind of long-winded. But
No, man, that's fantastic, man. I definitely appreciate that, man, because that's definitely a testament that most youth don't have that. I come from a different era, of course. I'm sure you know who NWA is. I went to school with DJ Yellow and his brothers. Okay. Actually, we played music out in the garage when Yellow was like 2-3 years old. So I'm basically from LA too, and I've been through the music scene forever. And actually, I was really, really moved to do this show because my grandson, he's a hip-hop artist as well, but he's caught up as well. I just talked to his public defender a few minutes ago, and I wish he had met you a couple, 2-3 months back, and he may not be going through the crazy stuff that he's going through, and we know how, the difference between, in the rap genre, we know the difference between that and, the conscious type music. You know what I mean? And
right.
So that really, really, really moved me to do this show, to see somebody that's reaching out and trying to touch somebody, to show them that it is a different way.
Right. Well, yeah, and I think, part of it is our society is focused so much on punishment more than healing that, every step of the way everybody's looking at punishing people, but not looking at what's causing the behavior. Like, why are people doing what they're doing? And, the system likes to slap them on the wrist to tell them to stop doing what they're doing, but they never address why they're doing what they're doing, to give them a different strategy to get the need met, And so if you're not giving them a different strategy to get the need met, even after you punish them, they going to go back to doing what they were doing because they still have that need, whatever that may be. So, yeah.
Did you yourself come from a musical family, or is it something that you decided to learn how to do on your own?
It's something, I feel like I come from a musical community. You know what I mean? So, I'm from a single parent home. My mom listened to oldies like everybody else's mama in the hood listen to oldies. I think I really got into, as a kid, you're growing up with hip hop is all around you. And so that was just part of the environment. Growing up with my friends, I've always been an artist. So being creative is just part of my nature. And so with hip hop, it was just painting pictures with words rather than painting on a canvas. So that's just something we did for fun as kids. And the older I got, the more I developed having a voice in the music rather than just making music for fun. So I very much come from the lyricist side of music. It wasn't until my early 20s that I actually got into producing the music, and that was mostly because most producers you meet, they're trying to get their stuff on the radio or in the club, and that's just not, I don't make music for that purpose. So I had a hard time with finding producers where we agreed on what the song should be about. And so that's what drove me to start producing, like making music, making beats and stuff like that.
Well, you're so right about your statement. You know, there's different people out there, you know, because I released a record a few months back called Babylon through an artist that we produced, Lady Dread, which is really well known around the city. But again, it's a conscious piece, and it speaks on, you know, the times in which we live. And, you know, I had issues with people playing it because, you know, it's even though it has a beat, it's really not bobbing your heads and getting out there, you know, jerking and doing all that other kind of stuff. You know, right. It's a whole different mindset out there between people that's into conscious music versus club music. And unfortunately, a lot of people is into the club bang and stuff, man. They still kind of sleep, to put it nicely.
Right.
You know, they're really not paying attention to what's really, really, really going on out there. They think they know, man, but they really sleep, and they missing so much, and they really could do a lot more to help their community, man, but they haven't woke up yet.
Well, I mean, oftentimes it's not even what I began to realize, because I used to be really like out and like wanting to tell people what the truth was and all that, but I began to realize, you know, it's all based in fear, right? So with the fear response is fight, flight, or freeze. So a lot of people are in the freeze response. And so, like, they just want to be entertained, to be distracted from what the issues are in society, because the issues feel too big. And, like, for a lot of people, and for me myself, depending on what the subject matter is, sometimes you want to just not hear it because you can't do anything about it, or so you feel like, you know? Like with this virus thing going on right now, like, okay, I know what's going on. Every time I go on social media, I don't want to see in my feed people constantly talking about the virus, because what am I going to do? I can only do what I can do it in my house. I can't make it go away. So I don't want to keep reminded about it. And for some people, when you're talking about these subject matter that we consider to be conscious music subject matter, for them, it's beating them over the head with something that they feel like they can't change. So they don't want to hear that. They want to hear something else that entertains them or helps them escape.
I heard some crazy stuff on the news the other day that they saying the dispensaries are an essential business, and also the gun retailers is an essential business. Right. What's your take on that one?
Oh man, I mean, the thing is, it's all politics, right? Like, and the guns is kind of tied into people's rights, you know what I mean? Like they civil rights and all that, and the right to bear arms and all that. So it's not necessarily my argument, but I think it's the politicians have a slippery arena to play in with that, because they will have arguments from a certain demographic of society that's like, it's our right to have that. And not even necessarily people who are pro-guns and stuff like that, but we also have people who are, you know, all about conspiracies, you know? And so I definitely have some friends who are like, if they closed up the gun stores, then it's like they trying to stop us from being able to protect ourselves, because certain people feel like, well, you know, it's about to be martial law, and if it's martial law, they going to have guns, and they cut off our access to have them. So it's so many different arguments to that conversation. It's like a kaleidoscope. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not running to the gun store, but, I mean, I don't know to say what's essential and what's not.
Well, I thought it was a little different. You know, let people go get high so they can go buy guns. Seem like that's a revolving door within itself.
Well, I don't think the two are. I mean, you know, and again, that's a certain perspective, right? And it's a valid perspective. Everybody has its validity to everybody's perspective. But for some people, the two don't have anything to do with each other. You know what I mean? Like for some people actually use marijuana for medical reasons, or some people use marijuana as stress relief, or, you know, different people use it for different things.
Correct.
And so some people might feel like it's essential to their mental health or whatever other medical needs they use it for, you know? So like I said, it's really, it's a challenging conversation, and then at the same time, honestly, dealing with what I deal with every day with working with these kids and these families that's really going through it, it feels like a pointless conversation, because at the end of the day, our issues are so much bigger than who's smoking weed and who not. Like, it's people like being not only physically abused but emotionally abused. People are being emotionally abused even more than physically abused, and that is causing so many problems in society. Like, we don't even know how to communicate well with each other to get on the same page to actually make the changes in society that we need to make. So, yeah, I don't know.
Seem like a lot of that is because, like you said, people have lost the skill of communication. They tend to talk at people more so than talking to them.
Right. And not listening to them. You know, I think that's a part of it is we don't, well, I don't want to say we don't, but oftentimes people aren't communicating to get an understanding of where the other person is coming from. They're just trying to communicate what they're coming from.
Right.
So
they like you said, they don't listen. They get stuck on stupid. They feel like they know everything, and they don't even give you the courtesy of hearing your point. And if they did hear your point, they may have to back up on how and what they're thinking.
Mhm. Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about your book, Under the Influence. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, that kind of came from, with dealing with this kind of being from the neighborhood and now working in the system, and I would see time and time again judges mandate for kids to receive therapy. Like, they make that part of the whole thing. Like, they have to receive therapy because the judge understands that the kid can't go back into mainstream society and do well without therapy to address the abuse or neglect that the kid has experienced. And so once I saw that time and time again, I began to look at my community and, like, being African American, like, our community has been through centuries of abuse, and there's never been a therapeutic approach to deal with what the African American experience has been in America. And they won't even recognize that a lot of what we deal with in our community is rooted in that. And so the book, me writing that book, kind of stemmed out of that idea. Like, how can I, like, bring some kind of therapeutic perspective to my community? And so really, that book is actually paired with an album called The Sound of Silence. And it's just a creative way of I took this character, but the characters in the book actually represent different demographics in society and how that plays out. And then the book breaks down the psychology of all that. So it's really a concept project, and woven with a lot of different ideas and theories and stuff like that. Yeah, just my creative take on it all. That's really what I try to do with my art and my music is take things that I gain from the academic world and my professional world and find a clever, digestible way to put that in my art and in my music to where everyday people can digest it, because most people I know, they aren't diving into psychology. They're not trying to understand why they think the way that they think or do the things that they do. They just doing.
Right. I had another question here for you, man. I guess I had a senior moment. It just left. Oh, I know what it is. The documentary, your documentary, man. I'm sorry. Tell us a little bit about your documentary that was on HBO.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it's not my documentary. I just happen to be in it.
Right.
But it's called Foster, and so what it is the producer, the people behind the documentary basically wanted to tell the story of what's going on in the foster care system, because the vast majority of people, the public, they don't really know. They know foster care exists, but they don't know what it looks like. So there's very much a veil between mainstream society and what's going on in the corners and in the shadows. And so they reached out to my job to see, if we had any youth who might want to be in a documentary, to have their stories told and stuff like that. And that's how that came about. The young man that I was working with agreed to be in it, and so it just kind of captured what that relationship was and some of the things that we deal with, and really some of the things that the youth deal with. And it's really just a glimpse. I think it's really sobering for some people because they had no clue that that's what it was, and they don't know how much help kids really need. So it's a pretty powerful documentary in that sense. So I would suggest for anybody to check it out. It's called Foster, and it's on HBO.
Also, before I forget, man, tell everybody where they can go get your book.
Oh, well, all my stuff is on GaKnew.com, which is GaKnew.com. That's my website. And the same as all of the streaming sites and iTunes and all that stuff. BarnesandNobles.com, Amazon. For like e-readers, the book is available everywhere. There's no more physical copies, but the e-reader copies is there's access to them on all digital platforms.
All right, then. You guys go out and support this young man because he's really doing some positive things, and we definitely need more young men out there trying to reach one, teach one, and that's what we really need to help turn these things around, man, because the institutions are full of people that if they had somebody like him, maybe they may not be in there doing what they're doing. And that's my take on that. But listen, man, we got some of your music. We're going to put some music on these people's ears, man, and then we're going to come back and chop it up. We have Child Witness, and it was 1994 and 2020 Vision. So what you think we need to put on first?
The 2020 Vision.
All right, then. All right. You heard Gnu Rocks Well. Let the windows down, turn the air conditioner up, and put your ears on this. This is called 2020 Vision, coming at you.
Visionary. You know. Yeah. Hindsight, put they perspective behind us. Them old views used to justify their crimes. Fuck the limelight, write rhymes to get your mind right. Pray that my insight's always divine. Wisdom to know that even knowledge can blind us. Find us at opposite sides of a spectrum. Defined by the system, we ain't enemies. Why waste time hosting memes that disrespect them? Pro-black or free-black, somewhere in between that. I think you just human, it don't change where we at. Captives, captivated by contrast. Difference in opinions making no difference. Words to Nipsey, it takes more than just hustle. Impact communities, emotional intelligence. Criticism ain't constructive, destructive. We're lacking unity, what's the relevance? The 2020 vision, the vision for 2020. No division, I envision in 2020. We grow to listen, grow the mission in 2020. No division, I envision in 2020. We grow to listen, grow the mission in 2020. No division, I envision in 2020. We grow to listen, grow the mission in 2020. No division, I envision in 2020. Intervention, a visionary with intentions to ease tension between teams and set tripping. Too many packing out of fear, being caught slipping. But kids they never met, grew up in the same conditions. Domestic violence, poor diets and drug addiction. Heart affection, single parents and raw aggression. We sharp connection, both bumping the same music. Juvenile hall finding the same shit amusing. Both losing loved ones for dumb reasons. Red or blue, black or brown, really what's the meaning? Detained in facilities, it's hella demeaning. Meanwhile, gentrification doing hood cleaning. Imagine gangs in the park leading recreation. Big homies taught trades with certifications. Mentor teens born on the block and talk more about entrepreneurs and education. The 2020 vision, the vision for 2020. No division, I envision in 2020. We grow to listen, grow the mission in 2020. No division, I envision in 2020. We grow to listen, grow the mission in 2020. No division, I envision in 2020. We grow to listen, grow the mission in 2020. No division, I envision in 2020. New division, with precision aiming for ambition. I'm on a mission to provide what the hood is missing. Some mediation for my couples going through the motions. Face the feel emotions out loud with no promotion. Sharing lessons, usually given for commission. Cause it's a blessing, prepared for a home broken. Remodel family, centuries of devastation. They reconstruction era hit us like a demolition. Wishing we could stop the attacks of social media. Between man and woman, the kids are watching this repercussions. We need production, not reproduction of inflictions. We need compassion, communication and attention to them infections. Buried deep beneath the skin, wounds that lend to the cycles we in. Every team has positions, roles been blurred. Got us too disturbed to even know where we stand. But 2020 vision, the vision for 2020. No division, I envision in 2020. We grow to listen, grow the mission in 2020. No division, I envision in 2020. We grow to listen, grow the mission in 2020. No division, I envision in 2020. We grow to listen, grow the mission in 2020. No division, I envision in 2020.
I am Envy. With your host in Lamont Patterson. I'm independent, but I'm in it. I'm feeling fine all the time. On my side, I am indeed. Alicia Rain at the wave.
Yeah, we're back. That was GaKnew Roxwel with 2020, which is actually talking about what we're going on, what things are really happening out there right now. And it is some crazy, crazy stuff, you know what I'm saying? And hopefully with Big Boy's help upstairs, we're going to be able to have some change come right about. I think we lost our guest. I guess he's going to be calling back in shortly. But hang in there with us. You know, don't go nowhere because we're going to be right back with some more of his music just here shortly, you know.
Okay, your girl Miss Dramaganza, check. Lip gloss, check. Mascara, check. I am Indy with the homie K Diddy, check. You listening to Blog Talk Radio, baby, and I love you for it. Mwah.
Yeah. And I thank y'all for joining in, and I hope you guys are sitting around somewhere being safe, because it's a lot of different stuff going on out there, and we don't want you guys to give nobody nothing or inhale nothing. And I really don't think they know where this thing is really coming from. You know, they keep giving us so much misinformation, and our commander-in-chief, you know, I don't want to say I think he's on something, but I really think he's on something, but you didn't hear it from me. So we don't really know, you know, what to really say about that part right there. But let me see. Hang in there with us, and let me see where the artist. You know, hopefully nothing didn't happen to him. But I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to play some music right now, and hope he'll call back in here in a few seconds. And that's what we're going to do. So hang in there. Here we go.
Take it back. This is for my homeboy Ben that used to kick it with a nigga on the 10. What up, bruh? I guess even way before then. Remember when he shot Morris in the head? Nah, probably not. Late nights and large packs for large sums. Yeah. We go back to when me and Matt was young. Okay. Chilling on the 10 block. Riding in the Delta, Lamar had the Volvo, and just so y'all know, nobody had shit on my red Monte Carlo. That was in the bourbon, shit was too clean. Riding on the deuces, candy apple green. Shit, they had to be like 02, 03. We were buying nothing less than a quarter key. I was back and forth filling orders in the D. Did 2 in the States and the feds added 3. And that's how the spot summer shit came to be. Feeling like it all happened last summer. We were bagging grams, watching cash double. In the spot, count bands, got a stack up. And the cops on our ass, so we ran from. Now me and Matt go back, 2 young niggas cooking up the crack. Used to kick it with Ralphie in the trap. Never ever thought he'd turn into a rat. Look, from crack money to selling CDs with barcodes. From live summers to 5 summers, I'm gone for. We live niggas, survival niggas, I'm riding for him. Your boy snitching, you riding with him, you dying for him. A different view from a nigga who really lived it. Imagine how I felt when my family came to visit. See the tears in your eyes, mama, I'm alright. If some shit goes down, mama, I'm gon' fight. Was out all night, grinding, selling crack to the fiends. We was all up and down, 12 and washing the street. I was kicking freestyles and beatboxing the beat. Before we started selling coke, we made a killing off weed. Feeling like it all happened last summer. We were bagging grams, watching cash double. In the spot, count bands, got a stack up. And the cops on our ass, so we ran from them. I was hoping I could see
smoke in my eyes. Do-wop, 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 do-wop. That's what they say when I drive by. Do-wop, do-wop, do-wop. I push, I pray, 'cause I'm so high. Do-wop, 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 do-wop. I'm trying to find my girl Mary Jane. Oh, 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 oh. Mary Jane, where can you be? Where can you be? Where can you be? Oh, where can you be? Make love to me. Mary, 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 Mary Jane. Let me ask my neighbor. Mr. Purple, Mr. Purple, have you seen Mary Jane?
Yeah. Someone said she just walked past that way.
Mr. Green, have you seen Mary Jane?
No Mary Jane here.
Could somebody help me find Mary Jane? I love you, Mary Jane. I love you, Mary Jane.
Turn back. Here she go right here. Go on, take her.
Mary Jane. I said Mary Jane. This young man's looking for you, Mary Jane. I love you, and he loves you too. Mary Jane, we love you, baby. We love you. We love you.
This is Sweetie Love coming to you live in total bliss. You are listening to the best of I Am Angie on Blog Talk Radio with your host, K City. Ciao.
Without your touch, I've been lost without the thing I love. Without your kiss, I've been dreaming of the things I miss. Your eyes, your mouth, your lips, your touch, your eyes, your mouth, your face, your touch. Who am I? Now to tell what will be. No one knows. Who am I? Now to tell what will be. Well, each day we miss, I remember times I used to kiss your mouth, your eyes, your face, your touch. But who am I now to tell of what will be? Well, no one knows. Who am I now to tell of what will be? Your face, your touch, your touch, your touch.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We're back doing what we do. We love to bless your eardrums with our music, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully somewhere, being safe and not out there spreading your germs or nothing or receiving anybody's germs. But I think I'm going to put one of our songs on you. So sit back and check this one out. This is by Lady Dread. You know, this is something that we produced here ourselves. This is one of our joints called Babylon, which actually talk about the times in which we're living in today. So y'all put your ears on this one.
Guess what, your time is up. 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 Babylon. Guess what, your kingdom. Guess what, your time is up. Babylon. Your kingdom. Guess what, your time is up. Babylon. Your kingdom. Guess what, your time is up. Babylon. Your kingdom. Guess what, your time is up. Not by power, not by might, but by my spirit, said the Lord. You must free my Israelites. I'm standing by the door, and I know what you've been doing. You've done my people wrong. 400 years they've lived in fear, and I'll come to make them strong. Babylon, your kingdom. Your time is up. Babylon, your kingdom. Your time is up. Babylon, your kingdom. It must come down. Babylon, your kingdom. It must come down. On this rock I build my church. All powers belong to me. Where were you when I hung the stars? Oh, Satan, you've got to flee. I split the Red Sea open, turned water into wine. Made the dumb to talk and the lame to walk, and gave eyesight to the blind. Babylon, your kingdom. Your time is up. Babylon, your kingdom. Your time is up. Babylon, your kingdom. It must come down. Babylon, your kingdom. It must come down. So, guess what, your time is up. Guess what, your time is up. I shake 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 your time is up. Babylon, where your kingdom. Your time is up. Babylon, your kingdom. Your time is up. Babylon, your kingdom. It must come down. Babylon, your kingdom. It must come down. This is the words of Yahweh. Yes, every word is true. I fed the hungry multitude, and I'll do the same for you. I came to give you more life, and that abundantly. If you let your light shine, so every man can see. And Babylon, your kingdom. Your time is up. Babylon, your kingdom. Your time is up. Babylon, your kingdom. It must come down. Babylon, kingdom. It must come down to Babylon.
Yeah, that's another one of those conscious pieces that we're talking about earlier. You know, it's not one of those things that everybody's twerking to, but it's one of those songs that everybody could hear and need to hear, you know, talking about what's really, really going on, you know. And for the people that sleep out there, you need to wake up and pay attention to what's really going on in the world, because there's some crazy stuff going on. But we're not going to labor on that. You know, we're going to keep this thing going. I got another one, kind of old school joint that I like to listen to on occasions, you know, kind of make me step back and think about, you know, the blessings Big Boy has bestowed upon me and probably you too. So, you know, hopefully you guys could embrace this one and think about what you have, and we really need to be thankful for what it is we have, because really, there's a lot of people out there really don't have nothing.
Though you may not drive a great big Cadillac, gangsta white wall, TV antennas in the back. You may not have a car at all, but remember, brothers and sisters, you can still stand tall. Just be thankful for what you got. Though you may not drive a great big Cadillac, diamond in the back, sunroof top, big in the scene with a gangster lean, gangster white wall, TV antennas in the back. You may not have a car at all, but remember, brothers and sisters, you can still stand tall. Just be thankful for what you got. Though you may not drive a great big Cadillac, gangsta white wall, TV antennas in the back. You may not have a car at all, but remember, brothers and sisters, you can still stand tall. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, big in the scene with a gangster lean. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, big in the scene with a gangster lean. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, big in the scene with a gangster lean. Diamond in the back. Wake up, everybody, no more sleeping in bed. No more backward thinking, time for thinking ahead. The world has changed so very much from what it used to be. There's so much hatred, war and poverty. Wake up all the teachers, time to teach a new way. Maybe then they'll listen to what you have to say. They're the ones who's coming up, and the world is in their hands. So when you teach the children, teach them the very best you can. The world won't get no better if we just let it be. Na 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 na. The world won't get no better. We gotta change it, yeah, just you and me. Wake up all the doctors, make the old people well. They're the ones who suffer and who catch all the hair. But they don't have so very long before their judgment day. So won't you make them happy before they pass away? Wake up all the builders, time to build a new land. I know we could do it if we all lend a hand. The only thing we have to do is put it in our minds. Surely things will work out, they do it every time.
Yeah, we had to put that one on everybody because, man, everybody really, really need to wake up. And we're down to the last few minutes of the show, and I want to thank you guys all for joining in. We know you could be somewhere else, but not really, because everybody should be somewhere being locked down on self-quarantine. But we'll be back next week the same time, so please join in, come back and through, and I'm sure we'll have a great guest lined up for you. And remember this, y'all, just wake up. There's all kind of stuff going on out there, and everybody needs everybody. Be safe, everybody.
Wake up, everybody, no more sleeping in bed. No more backward thinking, time for thinking ahead. The world has changed so very much from what it used to be. There's so much hatred, war and poverty. Wake up all the teachers, time to teach a new way. Maybe then they'll listen to what you have to say. They're the ones who's coming up, and the world is in their hands. When you teach the children, teach them the very best you can. The world won't get no better if we just let it be. Na 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 na. The world won't get no better. We gotta change it, yeah, just you and me. Wake up all the doctors, make the old people well. They're the ones who suffer and who catch all the hair. But they don't have so very long before their judgment day. So won't you make them happy before they pass away? Wake up all the builders, time to build a new land. I know we could do it if we all lend a hand. The only thing we have to do is put it in our minds. Surely things will work out, they do it every time. it just let it be. The world won't get no better. We gotta change it, just you and me. Change it, just you and me. Change it, change it. Can't do it alone. Need some help, y'all. Can't do it alone. Yeah. Wake up, everybody. Wake up, everybody. Need a little help, y'all. Yes, we do. Need a little help. Say it, boy. Need some help, y'all. Change the world, what it used to be. Can't do it alone. Need some help, yeah. Wake up, everybody. Get up. Wake up. Come on. Wake up, everybody. It's a new way. Maybe then they'll listen what you have to say. Wake up, everybody. No more sleeping in bed. No more about to thinking. Time for thinking ahead. Come on now. Wake up, everybody. I'm talking about don't push out. Stop pushing that dope. Well, don't use up. Stop using the dope. Wake up. Yeah. Well. Hey. What you tell me now? Wonder what you tell me now. False lying. False preaching. Yeah. False teaching. Yeah. Wake up, y'all. Come on. You preachers. Stop preaching what you teach. Teach the truth. Wake up, preachers. Politicians. Well, stop lying. Why don't somebody help the old people? Well, help the baby. Stay on that baby. Help the baby. You businessmen. What? Stop cheating. Stop cheating. Stop cheating. Stop cheating. Stop cheating. Stop cheating. Wake up, yeah. Wake up, yeah. Wake up, yeah. Wake up, yeah. It don't matter. Yeah. What race, creed, or color. Everybody, we need each other. Wake up, everybody. Well, see, we need. Wake up, everybody. We need. Wake up, everybody. No more sleeping in bed. No more backward thinking. Time for thinking ahead. Wake up, all you teachers. Start to teach a new way. They're the ones that suffer each and every day. Teach the children. Teach the babies. Teach the babies. Teach the children.